tradition now. You're not sponsored, no. What's up everybody, Peter McKinnon here. Welcome back to yet another video, and I'm going back on some things I said. Several years ago, well, it's kind of going back and it's kind of not. It's no surprise to everybody that I love Instagram, I love photography, and I love posting my photography to Instagram. I curate my profile, my grid to make sure it all matches and looks great throughout the seasons, and sometimes that means I don't post for a week because if it's not the perfect image, it doesn't go up. That's got its own positives and negatives, but I used to be a firm believer that my social media was my portfolio. If you wanted to see what Peter McKinnon can do with a camera or what kind of photographer he was, you go to his Instagram. Make up your mind from there. Do you like his work? Do you not? Whatever. Send clients there, send friends there, send people there. That is the portfolio. 2021, going into 2022, I don't really think that's the case anymore. So this video is kind of to outline that your social media is not your portfolio and it needs a dedicated space for it. Now this video is sponsored by Squarespace and that's part of this video as well, but it goes well beyond the website. It goes well beyond just having a home on the internet where your things are. There's a lot more layers to it. One of the first and obvious points is not everybody has social media. And these days, everyone has their preference of social media because there are so many different types of social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Vimeo. Do we even throw that one in there? Just for good measure, throw them a bone. Don't mind me. Remove that little piece of hair so you're not looking at it the entire time. So people have preferences, which means they might not align with yours and where your portfolio happens to live. So if you have a client that's interested in your work, maybe they saw it from someone else and then they contact you somehow and they say like, where can I see your work? And you're like, oh, go on Instagram. Oh, I don't use Instagram. Oh, okay, do you, where can I see it then? Well, I mean, I could email you some of my favorite pics. What happens at that point? So I think making sure that you have something that caters to the masses that everyone has access to is important. That's just kind of like the first and foremost point right out of the way. If your portfolio lived on Flickr, that's weird. We're just doing some throwbacks here. We're going deep. Now, I think if your portfolio lived on TikTok or something, whatever that looks like, having a website or a place that everyone goes to, the central hub, the bus station, if you will, and then all the trains depart from there, that one spot has arrows that point to where different things are that other people can then go investigate further, having the best of the best in that hub, in that station. So if I don't want to depart on a train and go that way and go that way and go that way, I can still see what I need there. Does that make sense? Basically, don't make people search for you and find the content they happen to stumble upon. You need to show them what you want them to see. That's another problem with having a portfolio on Instagram. They can scroll and maybe they choose the 10 least favorite posts of yours that don't show your work in the light that you want them to see it in. There's no guidance, there's no curation, they're just happening to find whatever they find. You want them to find the work that you spend endless hours meticulously, painstakingly slaved over, that you're most proud of, that you think will make the biggest impact, not the funny little TikTok you made with your friends. And I think one of the best ways to start doing this is to determine what you want people thinking about you when they see your work, when they leave. What is the feeling they're going to associate to your work and you as a person after they've viewed this portfolio? All these things come into play when people are deciding who does what job, who gets what interview, and those things matter, and they don't happen on social media. Now, if you want to be an option as a solution to a client who's looking for some sort of need that you don't know, you have to show a certain versatility so that they can connect that with the need that they have. That's easier to do when you have a place to show how versatile you are as a creator. Not just photographs on an Instagram page, not just videos on a YouTube channel. How do you communicate your style, your versatility, who you are, the entirety, the umbrella of you in one place? So having something approachable, positive, fun, you're meeting with someone without even being there. Think about that. So make an impression, make them like you. It's important to communicate that you're passionate about what you do. Now, the more of these points I'm bringing up, the more I'm trying to demonstrate that just having a portfolio in one spot that is your social media is hard to check all of these boxes. And if you're just leaving your clients or you're leaving people to just figure all of this out for themselves, they're going to just generalize their own assumptions about you and your work. You want to control the narrative. You want to be in the driver's seat of your own creativity, of your own creative image. You want to just leave that up for assumption. It is what it is. That's not the way you want to go. Now, you could be working for a client directly or for a client that works through a third party, like an agency. And collaboration is everything. They want to know that you're willing to allow their involvement as much as they want to be involved. Now, also the beauty of not having your portfolio just on social media is that you're able to use other things to communicate your vision and how collaborative and fun and passionate and all these things you are, and that's words. Being able to have a place where you can type out a mission style statement or something about you, that's another added advantage. You don't want to leave that to just the captions of a post. That, let's be honest, half the time we're not really thinking about anything. We hashtag some stuff to make sure that things get popped into search results and off you go. What should I caption this? How many times have you asked a friend that? Yo, what should I caption this? On a website, when you're trying to communicate and sell yourself, you want to put time into what that caption is. It's also important to spell that correctly. I am massively guilty of not spelling things properly, just typing as fast as yo, look how fast I can type, bam, send, done. I get so many emails about typos on my website, and I should really do something about that if I'm telling you to do something about that. But that's why I'm relaunching my site entirely. I've redone the whole thing because with this kind of change of thinking in wanting to further my career as a filmmaker and a photographer and do even more jobs for even bigger clients and more clients, I need to make sure that portfolio and that representation of me online is as best as it can be, and that is in revamping my website. So yes, this is twofold with being sponsored by Squarespace because that is what you probably want to do to execute this entire plan the best, is get a website. Actually, I'll show you my website right now. Here's a sneak peek of what it's going to look like. It's going to be a place that houses my portfolio. It's going to be a place that sells my presets, new presets coming. It's going to be a place that sells my prints. I actually have 2 prints here. You want to see that here? Sneak peek of print, framed prints, a little ad inside an ad. I've never even opened this one yet. Came straight from the lab. I have to take photos of all of these so that I could take product photos for the website. Everything needs to look exactly as I want it to look. Little security tag. Boom. But these are framed prints and non-framed prints that will be available on my website. Oh, you know what's also cool about that? Every print will be coming with a certificate of authenticity so that you know it's an official Peter McKinnon print. And inside is a plaque that you can either put on the wall or just keep so you know it's an official print, all signed and numbered. That's cool, that can go on the wall, or you can just keep it in the envelope and tuck that away in case they ever are worth anything. That would be cool, and you could sell it with the plaque. So I'm really going all in on my brand and the experience that you have on my website so that when you leave, all your questions are answered. You can get what you need from there, be it that's products or prints or editing assets. You can see my portfolio, you can do all of the things in one place instead of just being a client or a friend or a fan or anybody trying to just figure it out by hopping through social media accounts where you're not going to get the same sort of curated experience. That's why your portfolio is not your social media. Now with Squarespace, which is where I'm building all of this stuff, is all capable. Sell things online, have podcasts, have stores, have different pages, customer service, and easy to use templates that are always changing and being updated, an all-in-one platform, all those things you've heard a bunch of times, all of those things are available to you and it's easy to do. So you guys know the drill, you've heard it a bunch of times, and if you haven't yet, and if this video hasn't convinced you, you should be signing up for a website. So you can get 10% off your first purchase with squarespace.com/McKinnon, and you'll be off to the races in making your portfolio the perfect place to convert clients and send people the right message about you, what you offer, and your brand. Thanks Squarespace for sponsoring this video. A link is in the description. Now, I covered a lot of what you would do as a photographer and having a place for people to browse your photos and your galleries, but as a filmmaker, as a cinematographer, it's also important to have a reel. Now, this is something I've avoided for so long because I've always just thought, you know what my reel is? YouTube.com/Peter McKinnon. But that's the same as sending people to Instagram to look at my photo portfolio. You, again, need a place where you can post something that is the best of what you do. What does Peter McKinnon shoot? How does he shoot it? What does it look like? How much work has he done? Who has he worked with? What is his style look like? If someone's just trying to show a client your work, hey, there's this guy and he does great stuff. Oh, well, what does he do? Well, just go to his YouTube channel and check it out. Like, no one's got time for that. No one's going to your channel and watching a 20-minute video, a bunch of tutorials about photography, random blogs and vlogs, and content about everyday carry and dirt bikes, stuff that doesn't even communicate the message that the person might be telling a client about. So why wouldn't you put something together that person, that any person, that you, maybe you're the client, that you can watch that best showcases what I do? I don't need footage of myself. I need the best footage that I've made that's gonna sell me, again, without being there. I wish I had a reel to show you, but it's something that I'm actually working on. And I thought also, why don't we do some sort of like a reel challenge? I'll make a different video about it, but I think I would like to take everyone's reels. Let's just say we get a bunch of reels submitted and then pick the top 5, play them and feature everybody's website and their reel. And it'd be a cool little thing for us to watch, to learn what other people are shooting, what their styles and reels look like, and then we can go browse their websites and kind of make it a little showcase video. I think that would be fun. And then at the end, I'll show you my reel, which I'm working on now, but I'm not done yet. So much like you need a gallery for your photos, you need a reel so people can watch your best work in a time frame that's acceptable, that's not going to take up tons of time. Again, the meeting that you're having without being there. You don't want to rely on DMs for people communicating with you. Yes, it's a form of communication and that's fine, it works sometimes, but as your only means of professional communication, you don't want to be telling a client to DM you. It's not professional. It works, and I've done it. Don't get me wrong. But I would still like a professional means, a professional avenue that people have to contact me that is not just a direct message on a social media platform. So those are my points. Basically, a little motivation for you today and maybe lighting a little fire to help you take all the stuff we learn on this channel with photography and filmmaking and apply it to real life so that you can actually get paid and make money and turn this into a living. I think these are some important points that I didn't always agree with, but I think for sure now that your social media is not your portfolio. And you know what to do and you know where to go to start it. So that's it for me, guys. Hope you liked this video. Hit that like button if you liked it. Smash it if that's something that you're into. 2021, almost 22 style. Subscribe if you aren't already. And I will see you in the next video. I'm pumped on that. I'm pumped on these, dude. These plaques. I want to put them all over my own walls. See ya.